Hello race fans and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. I am Kane Kraft. JD Smith is going to be along here in just a second. We're looking forward to some great action here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We got a preview of what we're going to see here today. Last night in the Peak Antifreeze Series, the big dogs rolled into Atlanta last night and it was a great race to watch. So a little bit of a preview of what we're going to see here tonight. I say it was fantastic, but let's take a look at what we've got going on here in this series here tonight. Let's bring up the points and take a look real quick as we're getting ready to hit the grid. Patrick Crabtree right on top with Justin Bolton in second, Casey Tucker in third place coming into this race, Steve Esney in fourth, Jordy Lopez Jr. in fifth, Tyler Hill in sixth and seventh, Ryan Lowe eighth, David Rattler ninth, and Charlie Foster rounds out the top 10. We'll get back to that a little bit later because we're getting ready to grid and we don't want to miss that. On the pole, we're showing Cody Bias with Greg McKinney in second, Ryan Luza in third, Corey Vincent in fourth, Adam Gilliland fifth, Benjamin Burmeister sixth, Justin Bolton will be rolling out in seventh, Ryan Lowe in eighth, Nicholas Sadowski in ninth, Dylan Duvall in 10th, Thomas Davis in 11th, Tyler Hill will be rolling out in 12th, Shane Doherty in 13th, Alan Bowes in 14th, Nathan Wise in 15th, Patrick Crabtree in 16th, Jordy Lopez Jr. in 17th, Michael Fisher in 18th, Mike Conti in 19th, Casey Tucker in 20th, and these guys should be getting their pace lap started here. See if I can get some volume. Go. So Cody Bias has got the pole here tonight. Cody Bias, a driver we haven't seen a whole lot of here in the NASCAR iRacing series. I think we've seen him race one other time that comes to mind, but not a regular here. But on the outside pole, Greg McKinney, regular here, who's not been having that great of a series here in the last few weeks, but doing great here so far. He's got a good chance starting on the outside pole, so he's definitely got a good starting position here. He's got Ryan Luza starting in the third place. Ryan is a driver that's come in here like a lightning bolt. He's come back to the iRacing service not too long ago and come up here into this top split in the NASCAR iRacing series with a vengeance. He has just been on fire. Pace car is off and we're getting ready to take off here. Cody Bias pulled a fake out over Greg McKinney, and Greg McKinney got a horrible start as a result, knocked him back into fifth place. Dylan Duvall looks like he's going to make a move here down the front stretch. He's to the inside. Right behind Benjamin Burmeister there, right on the inside of the 13 car of Thomas Davis. Dylan looking to get that move done here, probably through this turn, but that outside groove does have a lot of momentum. JD Smith is back here with us. Welcome, JD.
Hello.
I'll continue on as he's loading everything up, getting ready to join us with some commentary here. Greg McKinney had started on the pole, a pretty bad start there, fell all the way back to 8th.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry about the disruption, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties. Let's go back up front and check how the race is going up at the front. We got Cody Bias up in the front, Ryan Michael Luza in second, Adam Gilliland in third, with Corey Vincent in fourth. Corey Vincent, another driver, has been having a great season here as of late. The last several races, he's really been doing well. I think we've got JD Smith back with us, ready to come in and give us a hand. Are you here, JD?
That's right, buddy. I am here. And as soon as I get everything right and ready, I'm there with you, my man. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on. And before we move any further, I do want to apologize about my voice. It's a little off tonight. Just been doing a lot of talking.
Oh, we started out with Cody Bias on the pole with Greg McKinney on the outside. Greg had a horrible start, took him all the way back to 8th. And otherwise, we've had just a couple people passing here and there for position. But it's been a good, clean race so far. 10 laps down. And we got a great field of cars tonight. It's going to be a spectacular race.
Well, you know, Kane, special race for me. Atlanta Motor Speedway, hometown track. Love it. It just has a special place for me. Very excited.
Yeah, I knew coming into this is your home track that you're just going to be real excited for this race. I don't know if you got to catch last night's race here at Atlanta in the Peak Series, but it turned out to be a fantastic race. So I'm thinking that tonight's is going to be just as well. And we're going to see a lot of green flag laps here tonight.
Fantastic. One thing I do love about Atlanta, Kane, is the multiple grooves that you can run. It is possible to run a high, medium, and low line here. And I'm going to be looking for some of that here late in the race when guys are really trying to pass for position to move up in late in the race.
Yeah, David Rattler demonstrating that right now as he goes low behind the 23 car of Shane Doherty and gets the pass made. A couple drivers further back in the field tonight than what we're used to seeing. We got David Rattler back there in 16, Shane Doherty in 17, Nathan Wise back in 18, Casey Tucker back in 20th, Jordan Lopez Jr. in 22nd. So a lot of great drivers find themselves pretty far back in the pack tonight, but we've seen this last week as well with some of these drivers being back there, and most of them made their way up to the front, so it's definitely going to be fun to watch these guys work their way through the field.
You know, a lot of them, Kane, have been using this as a strategy, and for a lot of them, it's paid off dividends. If you look at last week, I definitely understand it in Bristol, but you got to be careful because it's so easy to go a lap down when you're trying to stay out. Most of these guys want to stay out of the mid-pack in case they get into trouble. The hard thing about it here at Atlanta is once you go down, a very tough track to get back your laps. This is such an extremely fast track. Cars slide around the turns. These Gen 6 cars are so loose, especially if you have a fast setup. So it's going to be interesting to see who does decide to try to push towards that front. How about David Rattler, though, Kane? This guy has just been unbelievable the past few weeks. His improvement is definitely something that needs to be acknowledged.
What I like about David Rattler is post-race interviews. When he comes in, he's so soft-spoken, so modest, and you know, he really supports the team. I recall a couple weeks ago him saying that he wasn't all that worried if he got into the pro or not. He is more concerned about supporting the team and their efforts on getting into pro. And I really like that, his team support and just, I don't know, his modesty.
A fast, modest racer. That's something right there. Hard to find.
His teammate Casey Tucker finds himself back in 20th, right on the bumper of Nathan Wise. Looks like he's probably going to follow Nathan Wise down under the 16 car there. Brandon Schuberko.
There you go. And like I said, buddy, once again, massive apologies for the voice tonight. I've been under the weather, although I feel better now. It's just the after effects.
Yeah, I too have been under the weather. Went today to get it taken care of, and I am feeling a little bit better just in time for the broadcast, so thank goodness. Let's check back up at the front with Cody Bias out in the lead still, starting to pull away just a hair from Adam Gilliland. Ryan Michaeluza finds himself back in the third place now with Corey Vincent about a car length back. Behind them, Justin Bolton still trying to reel him in, but he's just out of that draft. It's going to be pretty tough. Dylan Duvall back in the 6th place with Ryan Lowe. I'm showing Ryan Lowe back in the 7th place. Oh, that was Ryan Luza that was up in the 3rd place.
Yeah.
Boy, I confused myself there for a second.
Similar names.
Yep. And Nicholas Sadowski back in the 9th place with Benjamin Burmeister running out the top 10.
Man, I'm hoping that everything is going to be fine. My screen, there it goes. I had it, and then it scared me for a minute as all the cars disappeared. But we're good to go. Right outside of the top 10 came Thomas Davis in 11th, Greg McKinney. He's listed right now currently in 12th. 13th, Tyler Hill. Alan Bowes back there in 14th. Patrick Crabtree 15th. Shane Darty in 16th place with David Rattler back in 17th. 18th, Nathan Wise. Brandon Chibirko is in 19th. And Casey Tucker rounds out our top 20.
Jordan Worth sporting a new ride tonight. Jordan Worth riding around in the Best Buy ride. Pretty cool looking paint job there tonight. I'm used to seeing Jordan Worth in a different paint job, but this one is definitely one that I could think of. Jordan Worth driving around the track, actually. Back in 22nd place, Jordan Lopez Jr. is now caught up with Casey Tucker, getting ready to put on a good battle there for the 21st position.
Yeah, getting ready to try to tap into this top 20 here shortly. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Woo, I had some loud NASCAR sounds, buddy. I felt like I was on the track there. Had to make an adjustment so I could hear you. It was mighty exciting down there.
Back at
Really,
the front, we got Adam Gilliland right on the bumper of Cody Bias. It looked like he was going to try to make an attempt back through that turn, and see him coming right back onto the bumper. He's definitely got some good mid-corner speed there, so I think we'll see Adam really putting the pressure on Cody Bias there as this race gets on. But they are teammates, so he might just be content to ride back behind there and we'll let the boss have it for a while.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, you got these teammates working together. You got a long way to go, Kane, in this race. So, you know, just kind of watch the leader and see how things go for him. Tire wear can be an issue here at Atlanta. I don't know if we'll have that problem with these guys tonight. I don't know, as this is the first Atlanta race I've seen since the new tire update. But having that said, in the past, this has been a tire change track where tires are very, very valuable.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the tire model, because I know that today a couple updates come down for the tire, and it will change a couple of the things on the tire, but I don't know how noticeable it will be for these guys. I'll be interested to talk with them after the race and see exactly, if anything, that the new changes to the tire played in tonight's race.
Thank you. I'm glad that you cleared that up, Kane, because I saw the update today and I didn't know if that was quite what that was for, and I'm glad that you clarified that. Tell you what, a good battle going on right now, right behind Casey Tucker. That battle for the 21st spot with Brandon Chibirko and the number 17 machine. That's Jordy Lopez Jr. Great battle right now between the two drivers as Jordy looks to be hanging out, but if you watch closely, every time he gets on the entrance of turn 1 or turn 3, he sticks his nose out just a little bit, just in case he gets that boost of momentum to move up. Here he's going to try it down the backstretch, and it looks like he'll be successful down on the inside line, and the inside line works to perfection for the number 17 P32 Designs Chevrolet. Good move, Jordy. Fantastic racing all around the track. Overall, Kane, I'm actually very impressed with how these drivers look thus far in the race. I think that they look very careful. They're racing clean, but also with a sense of urgency. I like what I'm seeing. How about the GaryMercer.com Chevy up there in second place, right behind Cody Bias. He's hanging in there. Remember Adam Gilliland, we've seen him in second place before. He's done a fantastic job in the past of working that second position, Kane. Look for him to move tonight into that first spot. He's going to have to get around a tough Cody Bias, though. All top 4 cars riding in a single file line. Also involved Ryan Michael Luza in third and Corey Vincent back there in fourth. And I tell you what, it seems like every week Corey Vincent is up here trying to fight for a top 5 spot.
Yeah, he has really been doing fantastic. Corey Vincent, he's just been on fire the last several weeks. He's really been making some big gains in the series, so I'm glad to see him doing well. And of course, here today, doing great in that 4th place. Now, yesterday, I don't remember a single caution in yesterday's race, so I think that we're going to see tonight's race go just as clean, and I think we might be lucky just to see 1 caution here tonight. But it's a different day and a different race, and as we know, as we get the laps wound down here and the tires get a little extra slippery and the fall off comes into effect, these cars will start to be that much more difficult to control. So anything is possible here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and as the laps really tick down, we get toward the final laps of this thing and the drivers really start fighting for position, we could see some cautions.
Okay, we got a battle up here between Benjamin Burmeister and Nicholas Sadowski. Benjamin Burmeister gets the better of Nicholas Sadowski there. We're going to go, could go side by side again right behind them as we have Tyler Hill coming up in the mix. He'll go side by side with Sadowski. Down on the inside, it will be Tyler Hill who will make the pass. Can he make it stick, boys? He does.
Yeah, Sadowski just kept it nice and clean there. Kind of let the boys go. Just still early in the race. That's exactly what you want to do there. If you got faster cars coming up, you just want to kind of let them go, tuck in behind, and keep it safe. Get some of these laps ticked down, and you definitely want to get through the race.
Boy, I'm telling you what, Kane, fantastic driving all throughout the track. But right now, another good battle going on now. As of course, we're going down the backstretch, a few cars back from Nicholas Sadowski. It's Greg McKinney battling with Nathan Wise. Nathan down on the inside trying to make a move on the LiftMaster Chevy. He's got the momentum on the inside, and could the inside prevail? I don't know. The 27 car hanging on very nicely. Greg McKinney not willing to give it up, but he'll have to. Nathan Wise, beautiful pass. That inside line seems to be the place to go this point in the race.
Yeah, Greg McKinney, unfortunately, having a, what seems to be a mediocre race here tonight. He started on the pole, well, second place on the outside pole, and has just gradually slipped back. Now finds himself back in the 13th position with some serious
well, Kane, right now in danger of losing another spot in the 14 car, our point leader, Patrick Crabtree. And that could be another spot loss there for Greg, so he's going to have to tighten up here and hold on. He's all the way back in 13th at the moment, and he needs to be very careful not to lose that position to the 14 car, because here comes Crabtree right now. More side-by-side racing still going on with the Greg McKinney. He's got Shane Doherty right there in the number 23 machine. He's going to make a move now. Number 20 car of Alan Bowe's going to try to make a pass. And now we're just watching Greg. He's trying to hang on. I wonder, Kane, if he burn off too much rubber too early in this run. He may be having some tire issues.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. I'm sure he's just counting the laps till he can get into a pit stall and get some adjustments made on that car and get some fresh rubber.
A good job by Ryan Michael Luza, who has found his way up into now what should be the lead, Kane. He's side by side with Cody Bias. And no, I take that back, Cody Bias. Yeah. That's actually Jacob Harbert, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like some slower traffic there. I didn't realize it was Jacob, but yeah, Cody managed to get a little bit of distance between he and Ryan Luza.
Yeah, that's my fault. There's a battle going on between two big-name drivers. Justin Bolton has company, and now going to go side-by-side is Michael Conti. And Michael Conti in the number 1 Chevrolet down on the inside line. We've seen it be successful, and that is a textbook pass here at Atlanta Motor Speedway through turn 2 for Michael Conti. That'll put him up in the top 5.
Bad news, JD. It just seen Casey Tucker down on the inside line smoking badly. It looks like he might have some engine damage. Maybe an incident there for Cody Tucker. He just lost the motor.
Oh, I just heard it, Kane, as soon as you said it. Very sad news there for the Duval Designs Ford Fusion, the number 7 car tonight, Casey Tucker. And what has been a phenomenal year for him so far. Terrible luck at Atlanta Motor Speedway for Casey. This is a special track for him as well. Timu Ivinen in pit road. There's several cars in pit road right now. And Timu back at 25th. He was only 1 lap down. And look at this. Here comes a big pit from number 4 car. That's Adam Gilliland, Kane. Remember, he was riding in the 4th spot, and he's coming in, getting fresh tires and fueled up with Sunoco race fuel.
Yeah, it's about that time for the green flag pit stops to start. Adam Gilliland looking for a little bit of an undercut there. Might be a good idea. That might be a good strategy to try to get some position.
The 29 car of Alan Bowes is in pit lane, getting fresh tires on his Lucky Dog Ford Fusion. And the Timmy Hill Motorsports machine, Tyler Hill, is exiting and gets back in traffic. How about EJ O'Rourke out there? Kane hadn't seen him in a while. He's currently in 14th. Good to see him out on the track.
Yeah, I'd like to see EJ O'Rourke coming in within the next couple laps as well. Now, they are a couple laps shy of when they really need to come in for a pit, so these guys could go around for several more laps if need be.
Now, Kane, I know that me and you do have different paint schemes at different times, just because of, you know, how funny my trade paints is, but could you tell me what paint you see for Brandon Coppinger? If it is the Coca-Cola Classic car, that thing is awesome. It's Coca-Cola. It's got the 427 on the hood. Beautiful. Classic paint.
I'm showing a red and brown
That's it.
car.
That's it, yeah.
I'm a little far away to see any numbers, but it does look like a Coca-Cola paint scheme.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's exactly right. It's like the old Grand National paints. I love it. I mean, I'm talking about your old Kelly Yarborough days. It looks really good. Just classic paint, you know, nothing over the top. Take
I
another
definitely
cool,
like that gold color. It really mixes well.
another cool paint out on the track right now is the Infinite Chevy SSS number 9 car, Dylan Duvall, and just a real neat paint.
Yeah, that's a paint job that Dylan did himself, and it does. That's a pretty sweet looking paint job. Dylan finds himself out in the lead now as we're trying to get cleared through the pit stops. Brandon Bowie in second. Ryan Lowe still out in third.
Sorry about that, Kane. I was just going to let you know Casey Tucker is going to, I think we're going to get him to come in and have a quick word with us. Casey, welcome to the broadcast, buddy. Sorry about that blown engine out there. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it can happen here. I guess I should have, paid more attention to, given room in case that happened. I just didn't. I thought, what was Jordan? I think it was Jordan Worth in front of me, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he heard Greg say that he was pitting, because I mean, he said he didn't hear him, which is understandable, because I almost didn't hear him, and then we just got destroyed. But it's whatever.
Well, I definitely hated to see that, but the good news is you've put yourself in such a good position. Points-wise, this won't be devastational to you, so it shouldn't be too hard on you.
No, it's not the end of the world. It's not what we wanted at all, though. We got another race, so on to Friday, but yeah, no, the car was actually not half bad there on the long run. It just unfortunate situation that happened, but yeah.
Well, best of luck to your teammates. I'm sure you're going to be watching them closely through the remainder of the race, buddy. And we're real happy to have you come have a word with us there. We hated to see that happen.
Yeah, thank y'all. And they're all running pretty decent. They're not exactly where they need to be, but it's the car's not exactly there tonight. But it's not bad. It's better on the long run. So look for them to be passing cars later on into the run, necessarily not so much at the beginning, because our car is more of a late run car.
I do have a question for you, Casey. You were running 167 lap. We're on lap 51. We just went through green flag stops. What does the tire fall off feel like here at Atlanta with this new tire model?
Honestly, it's not. The way the car drives only changes slightly. It becomes, depending on how it starts, it'll become either more tight or stay fairly neutral. If you start the car a little loose, it'll become more neutral to the end of the run. But if you start the car tight, it will really hurt the right front if you're not careful.
Gotcha. Well, excuse me, gotcha. This used to be a really big track for tire wear, and that's good to know that it's not quite as bad as it once was.
No, it's not as bad as it probably would have been with the old tire model, or not the old tire model, but last season's tire model. Had we had that, then you would see people diffing the right front and the right rear all over the place. But with this one, it doesn't do it as much. It just the lap times just gradually fall off, and the tire wear is probably more than other places, I want to say, but it's and you get a lot more heat and buildup in the tire, but it's not necessarily worse than any other place as far as like a driving standpoint. The car stays about the same the whole run, just as it does just about everywhere on this tire model. Pretty much how you start, unless you start way tight, is how you're going to finish. It's almost like the old V4 tire model in that sense. The old V4 would do the same thing. The handling characteristics of the car would not change very much. It would just be the lap time fall off, and that's what you see here with this tire model. Unlike the V5 tire model, where it would just, all of a sudden, if you used it up, it would just go away and be complete junk.
Well, thanks a lot for that insight, buddy. Sure is good talking to you. Hang tight, and we'll hopefully talk to you later.
All right, that sounds cool. I'll probably be here. They don't have much use for me over there in the team speak, so I'll probably be over here hanging out. But if there's anything else y'all want to know about the car, just holler at me. I'll probably be in here hanging out with y'all, watching, listening.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Casey. That's Casey Tucker, everybody. Fantastic season so far for him. Kane, what you got, buddy?
Well, I wanted to mention that I mentioned Adam Gillen in the undercut, and that's exactly what he did there. He got into the pits early, got the pit stop done. He came out over 2 seconds ahead of Cody Bias and has run away with the lead at this point. He's over 2.5 seconds ahead of Cody for that #1 spot. Michael Conti, on the other hand, Michael Conti's found himself in the 3rd place position, right in front of Corey Vincent. So Michael Conti's on the move here tonight.
Another driver that's kind of moved his way a little bit forward compared to where he was earlier, Kane, is Tyler Hill. Tyler's up into the 6th position. Definitely looks a lot better than he did before his pit stop, so he must have made some proper adjustments on that green flag stop, as he started 12th today, but working his way slowly but surely towards the front. He's caught up half of that field and now up to 6th.
Yeah, Greg McKinney right behind him has found himself in the 7th place. We had seen Greg fall clear back to the 13th and 14th position before the pit stops, and Greg back out in 7th place. And he's looking pretty good. Maybe he got some adjustments there and got the car dialed in a little bit better for him.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad to see that for Greg McKinney. Anytime you get the pole, you expect to have just an unbelievably good race. And or he was right, he's on the outside pole, but still, that's still a pole. You're starting in the front row. And, I hated that he had a bad run, but this is definitely positive. It's got to be boosting his confidence up there in 7th. I'm trying to keep an eye on him, though, because he does have Benjamin Burmeister, who's not too far behind him, Kane, so watch out for him.
Yeah, Benjamin Burmeister, the last, 4 or 5 weeks has just been fast. So got a real fast Ben Burmeister coming up on his tail. So you're right, that's definitely one to watch, because as the laps tick away, Ben is getting a little bit closer. We're going to see a good battle there here before too long.
In the You Lucky Dog Ford Fusion, and I love that logo. It's got a shamrock and a paw print. Lucky Dog Ford Fusion, love it. Good job there, buddy. We are on lap 61, guys, of 167 total laps here at not Road Atlanta, listen to me, Kane, at Atlanta Motor Speedway, pardon me, guys. And that shows that I love my road racing too, buddy.
Yeah, I think now that you mention it, I may have called it Road Atlanta a couple times up to this point as well. I don't think so, but it's definitely possible. David Rattler and Ryan Lowe having a battle back here for the 23rd position. Ryan Lowe just got around Rattler there, but Rattler's not wanting to let him go too easily. But Ryan Lowe's just got a lot of speed.
Man, the whole time while that's going on, side-by-side racing with Alan Bowes and Benjamin Burmeister. Almost a scary moment there. I meant for Benjamin Burmeister, not Alan Bowes, pardon me. Greg McKinney, as Benjamin went to cut down right in front of Greg McKinney and almost made contact, and that would have been devastational to both drivers. Good pass, though, in the end from Benjamin. He's now in 7th. Oh, also, Here comes the 28 car, Nicholas Sadowski. So Greg McKinney starting to struggle here, Kane. He's just lost 2 spots.
Yeah, maybe he got some fresh tires, but he didn't get the adjustments made that he needed to get made to bring that car into a reasonable condition. But so he was able to hold it for a few laps while he had the good fresh tires, but now he's kind of back into the same boat, ill-handling car at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he does. He's definitely got a big pack of cars coming up from behind now. I see Nathan Wise back there and Patrick Crabtree.
Oh man, Dylan Duvall, killer move down the inside. He'll advance around Timu Ivan, and Dylan Duvall has moved from 17th, guys, all the way up to 15th. The number 9 Infinite Chevy is running an awesome race at this point. That car is looking really fast. It's back in 15th, but just jumped up from 17th.
Yeah, Dylan Duvall, part of the Trifecta Motor Group, the same group that Ryan Lewis is a part of. I know those guys work together quite vigorously on setups and stuff like that. But and both those guys got tremendous pace. But Ryan Luza finds himself back in the 20th position after pit stops. He was right up there, right in the 2nd spot, and now he finds himself back in 20th.
Wow. Been kind of watching Thomas Davis and Shane Doherty there, the number 23 Boyne Chevy. And Shane Doherty holding his 12th position, but he does have Thomas Davis right there on his tail. And if you look in front in 11th, it's Patrick Crabtree. A good little battle, because what's so interesting about these cars is them and Nathan Wise all battling as Nathan just got around Greg McKinney. So Nathan now in 9th spot. Good job for him.
Yeah, all these cars are going to be coming up on that Greg McKinney vehicle, as we know that Greg's just a little off pace there, so all these guys will have to work to get around him and catch back up to Nathan Wise.
Yeah, that pass did happen too, Kane. Thomas Davis made his move and got around Shane Doherty, so good pass. Now here comes Patrick Crabtree, guys. He's going to go down on the inside and try to get around Greg McKinney. This is an attempt to get into the top 10, and it will be successful. Here comes a 13 car, Thomas Davis. Side by side, and it is officially scored as Patrick Crabtree and Thomas Davis make their way around Greg McKinney. Also, Shane Doherty makes his way around too. So we're seeing the same thing happen again. The longer the run gets, the more this number 27 machine struggles, Kane. He's got to find the adjustment and make it. The car looks decent early in the run, but once the tires get slightly worn, he is really having trouble.
Yeah, I agree. You know, one thing I like about Greg is he's aware that he's off pace just a little bit. You don't see him holding up these drivers. He gets to the outside, lets them go, tucks back in behind. You know, sometimes you see these guys that are off pace, they try to compensate by holding everybody up. Not Greg. He's really showing some great sportsmanship out there.
Yeah, that's a fantastic job by him. You don't want to hold traffic up. All that does is lead to wrecks. And he knows that. That's good stuff.
Dylan Duvall now making his way around nice and quick. Go ahead, Casey.
More to y'all's point with Greg's car, I can tell you from running behind him and watching him right now while he's going around. His car, that I think the reason it's falling off so hard is because, like I was telling y'all earlier, he starts out a little bit more to the tight side. In other words, his car starts out more neutral than loose. So whenever he's getting into the run, his car is just eating the right front off the car. And that's why you see him struggling so much and falling so hard right now. He's just struggling to get the car to turn off center. And when it won't do that, it's hard to make any speed at all.
Well, that definitely helps us out. Thanks, Casey. As Dylan Duvall tries to get around Patrick Crabtree down on the inside, Dylan Duvall will come up into 12th, guys. He's moving along nicely.
Yeah, Dylan's definitely got some great pace here. We see him go to the inside of the 22 car. I think he's going to try to get to the inside of Thomas Davis here as well.
Oh, he did, definitely. Got inside of Shane Doherty as well, so 2 passes. He will try to make it 3 as they're going down the backstretch here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here it is. You see him right now going down to get the fresh air. The inside line is the place to be if you have the grip, and he has it. That is 3 cars that he has passed as that infinite number 9 Chevy of Dylan Duvall moves up into the 10th position. Fantastic job right there. That is a highlight reel.
Yeah, Dylan's doing a great job getting through traffic, and now he's just got his sights set up ahead on Benjamin Burmeister. He's got quite a distance to make up there, but I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Oh, okay, Nathan Wise made a big jump as well. He gets around the 28 machine of Nicholas Sadowski, and he'll put his car up another position and move up into 7th. Good job by Nathan Wise.
Yeah, great race for Nathan Wise. He's doing great here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Up in 7th place. He's got like another big long distance between he and Tyler Hill, but he's definitely got great pace.
If you want a good battle, it's happening right now with Michael Conti and Corey Vincent. This is the battle for 4th. Corey Vincent holding it down beautifully, although Michael Conti really putting on some good moves back there.
Yeah, Michael Conti's just had such a fantastic season. Not only here in the NASCAR iRacing Series when he's participated here, but over in the Peak Series, he has been on fire. He's just had a great race after great race. So I'm glad that he's joined us tonight for the NASCAR iRacing Series. And he's showing that he's definitely got great pace here at Atlanta as well.
Kane, remember that battle we had, or that big lead that Adam Gilliland had at one point? It is now gone as Cody Bias has reclaimed the lead, and it is a close 2-car battle for the lead here at Atlanta.
Yeah, great job by Cody Bias reeling in Adam Gilliland like that, over 2.5 seconds. So something definitely happened there. The extra 3 laps on the tires or something has allowed Cody Bias to be able to really manage the speed that Adam has lost over the last few laps. Has definitely been significant.
Boy, I'm telling you, so many good battles. This is a lot of passing at Atlanta. I'm loving all the passing we're getting here. This is so different than what we saw last week at Bristol.
Dylan Duvall has caught Benjamin Burmeister and is to the inside, door to door, going through the turn with Benjamin Burmeister. So he made up all that distance just in a couple laps there, Jimmy.
Unbelievable. This number 9 car heading towards the front, and nobody is stopping him, Kane. He is on a roll. He's fixing to look up to another position and try to get around the 28 car of Nicholas Sadowski. There he goes. He's going to try it. He's got down on the inside, and there's no way. How does he do it? He makes it look too easy. Something is going perfect in that number 9 machine right now, Kane. He is loving life. Nathan Wise, beware. Here comes the number 9 car. So that puts him in 8th place, Kane. And boy, that is really, really good for the number 9 car, Dylan Duvall. I am really proud. Well, the last lap, Dylan Duvall ran a 29.5, so he ran a 10th faster than our leader, Cody Bias. So that tells you how fast Dylan Duvall's been traveling, buddy. Well, guys, lap 83 of 167 laps here And Cody Bias in the lead. Corey Vincent back in second. In third, it's Michael Conti, Justin Bolton back in fourth, and green flag stops are coming around as Justin Bolton heads into pit road, as well as Michael Conti, Corey Vincent, Brandon Coppinger, Cody Bias, our leader, all in pit road. Also, the number 17 car, Jordy Lopez Jr. in the box as well. So our second consecutive green flag stop of the race, Kane, and life's beautiful. This is racing, buddy. Oh, good stop by both Corey Vincent and Cody Bias. And Corey Vincent, good job getting out of the box. Let's see how they do, getting back up to speed and back on the track. Oh, Corey Vincent's going to come up, and as Thomas Davis coming up in a hurry. Yeah, good thing he went to the high side, because Thomas Davis was coming in a hurry, and he'll come out right behind him. So the battle now with Michael Conti, as Michael's trying to get around Cody Bias. Good battle between the 5 and the 1 car. Side by side, Michael Conti on the high side. He's going to catch up to Corey Vincent. That may slow him down. Wait a minute, Corey Vincent's going to go to the bottom line, and that'll help the 5 car. This is a great battle for your lead, or your potential lead once Dylan Duval pits.
Yeah, the pit stops definitely changed the race in a dramatic fashion here. We got Corey Vincent up in front, what would be up in front, the effective race lead, with the 5 car Cody Bias, and then right behind them Mike Conti.
Yeah, that shook things up a little bit, and fun to watch these front 2 runners, because here comes the 5 car again. Cody Bias not liking Corey Vincent in the lead. He wants to regain the lead. Also, Michael Conti right there in the mix as well in third. Woo, I'm trying to hang in there, buddy. My voice is not wanting to hang with me.
Yeah, it's making for a really interesting announcer voice there. You know, you got a pretty good announcer voice, healthy, but with the losing the voice, it's really kind of cool. Just the effort it takes to get the voice to come out is probably wearing you out.
Oh man, it is something else.
Side by
side, yes. Number 5 car down on the inside, Corey Vincent.
Big wreck.
Oh, and what we got? We got the caution will be out. Tell us what's going on, Kane.
I don't know. Where would you see the wreck, Casey?
It was coming out of turn 4. It looks like the 26 may have pitted. I don't remember hearing him say anything about pitting. And Crabtree must not have heard him, even if he said it, and he just ran right in the back of him.
Yeah,
it was similar to what happened with me, but much worse.
We'll get a replay going. It's Shane Miller in the 26 car, and with Patrick Crabtree coming up around turn 4, Shane Miller deciding to slow up to head down pit road and did not get out of the way. Patrick Crabtree comes in and hits him right in the rear, nowhere to go. That's going to take out great drivers in this race. That's going to involve the 19 machine of Nathan Wise, the 28 car as well. That's Nicholas Sadowski, all involved in this wreck. And of course, Shane Miller. This is not what we wanted to see. Other cars that really don't have massive damage but had to go off the road just to get out of the way include Shane Doherty, Jordy Lopez Jr., and Alan Bowes. What a big wreck here at Atlanta.
I believe Sadowski may have gotten out of it lucky. He may have been able to, there may have been, sometimes if there's a big crash like that on iRacing, what you'll have is the cars will lag through each other a little bit and you won't actually end up with any damage. I think he may have scraped by without getting very much at all. All the rest of the cars there involved did not get lucky in that sense at all. They are all destroyed.
You want to know what's big? Is right now that put everybody but Adam Gilliland, Ryan Lowe, David Rattler, and Dylan Duval down a lap as they got trapped with a caution under green flag pits, and that makes everything really interesting because that helps Dylan Duval out tremendously. Now he can pit under caution, and he should be able to come out the leader.
Brandon DeBuey as well. He got in the grass pretty hard, and if you if you hit some of those big drain you know, openings and bumps in the infield, man, you can really knock the toe out on the car and do some damage to it that you won't necessarily see as an outward appearance. It's just more in the wheel you feel it. He went bouncing through there pretty good. I'm not sure if he has any damage or not, but that would be something to watch out for.
Cody Bias, our Get Dirty MX lucky dog, he'll rejoin everybody on the lead, or the top 4 other cars on the lead lap. Boy, it's crazy. We only have 5 cars on the lead lap because of this caution, and it's bad timing.
Yeah, I was about to mention. Sorry about that, Kane. I was about to mention that the caution, if it was going to come out, would probably be right around that, right before it happened, because that's the most dangerous time right now is under pit stops, because you have people that are, you know, can't necessarily hear other people calling out pitting, and then you have people, you know, coming onto the track, and it causes lots of problems, a lot more than you would think.
All right, buddy. Our leader, Dylan Duvall, is in his pit box. Let's see how they do down there. Let's see how the Infinite Crew does on the number 9 Chevy. He should be fine down there. He obviously doesn't need any adjustments. Just give him some fresh tires and give him some fueling and send him back out. All right, that helps get a few more back on the lead lap. Ryan Michaeluza, Tyler Hill, Justin Bolton, and Michael Conti, as well as Corey Vincent, will be added back to the lead lap. So instead of 5, we have 10 on the lead lap as of now. And if the others stay out, they should get a wave around. So we'll see how that plays out. They've already pitted, so I don't see a reason for them to go pit. That is why they're a lap down, boys.
Yeah, the guys that were out front whenever the yellow flag came out, they were just seconds from pitting, as it were, so they of course needed to pit, and everyone else who pit, they don't need to pit again, so they'll stay out and get the wave. Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a big wave around.
How about at least 9 cars on the wave around? At least. Yeah, this is Brandon Coppinger. We were at 10 on the lead lap. Now we're at 19 on the lead lap. So 9 cars on that wave around. Goodness gracious.
That was more than 9 cars.
I believe it was. I believe it was actually going to be more.
Because some of them were a lap down already, and they got another wave around. So yeah, we had like 14, 15 cars.
13 or 14, yeah.
Yeah, it was the tail end is the cars that got waved around. Besides the lucky dog, the tail end cars, they get waved around the pace car whenever you're in front of the leader coming to the white flag. They will be at a disadvantage though with the extra laps they have on their tires as opposed to the ones out front. I wouldn't expect to see any of those guys come down for the lead because their tires are just not going to be up to snuff with the guys that are out front. They should be able to pull a decent sized lead, the guys on fresh tires.
Dylan Duvall is the leader though, boys. And I'm sorry, David Rattler is the leader. Dylan Duvall sitting behind him. Pace car is in. Let's see what David Rattler and Adam Gilliland do to lead our field green. It's a good start from Rattler. Also, Adam Gilliland down on the inside. He wants to reclaim the lead where he was racing earlier in the race. They're going to go side by side down the backstretch. And let's see what happens as we go into turn 3. Down on the inside, it is Adam Gilliland. Has a great run, tons of grip down there. The number 4 car does take the lead, so does the 5. He's now coming up, and it looks like Cody Bias with a great start will get around David Rattler as well. David not going to give up just yet. Now Michael Conti side by side with Dylan Duvall. Michael Conti will make the high side work momentarily. Down on that bottom line also is going to be Corey Vincent, as well as Justin Bolton, and they're going to try to make a move around Michael Conti. Tons of positions being changed back and forth, boys, on lap 95.
Yeah, it's interesting to be watching Dylan Duvall up here now that he's up here at the front where his car really belongs to be. He had such a fast car, and now seeing Dylan with these fast guys, that's really going to make it an interesting race to watch.
Well, Dylan Duvall's car, I believe, is set up for the long haul, Kane, and now early in this run, he'll struggle a little bit, but once the car gets some laps on it and those tires get a little bit of wear on them, he should be really strong as the car tightens up. He's got a really loose race car right now.
Yeah, it don't take but just a few laps for the new to run off those tires and for your car to go into that next stage, I guess, of handling. And I think after 3 or 4 laps, that's where we'll see Dylan's car really come to him.
The battle for second is still amazing. The number 5 car of Cody Bias and David Rattler still going at it. Side by side right now, Justin Bolton and Corey Vincent still side by side as the battle for 6th place assumes contact is made as they go into turn 3. Justin Bolton trying to make that high line work, Kane. It's actually the middle line, and he can't do it. He's hanging with him, but he just can't get enough mo to get around that fast Corey Vincent Astro Chevy.
Whew. He was able to get right in there, right in front of Tyler Hill. I'm pretty sure Tyler had to lift just a second to get him in there, but without a catastrophe. But good job to Tyler for doing that and allowing that to be done cleanly.
One thing that has amazed me about this season in the NASCAR iRacing series is what we have seen on Wednesday night broadcasts have mirrored what happens in the real-world NASCAR Sprint Cup Series the following Sunday. If that is the case for what we're seeing right now, this Sunday's race in Atlanta is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen the whole season, is what we watch on Wednesday, that's the going rate for what we see on Sunday with the Sprint Cup, and it really makes it extra fun to watch the race here on Wednesday and then go watch that race on Sunday, because it's like exactly how the track's going to do and how the drivers are going to have to struggle with the track and things like that. So I imagine we're going to see an awesome race come Sunday.
Oh, it was really true with Bristol. Everybody using that high line with the progressive banking, and when they got to it, they could not pass on the inside. Same thing happened in the real-world NASCAR on Sunday. The high line was the place to be. You had to have a really good car to even try to pass on that low line.
Yeah, and that's what everybody said here too, as well, as you just really got to run it right up at the top in order to get the speed. And then we watched Sunday, and you're right, that's exactly what we've seen. It was just that top lane was it. It was really a struggle to get down in the lower lanes.
Oh wow, big wobble from Duvall. Oh, 3 wide.
Yeah, that big wobble from Duvall's definitely going to cost him several spots there. He's able to tuck right back in behind Bolton, and they are going to get around Rattler, so only cost him 2 spots there, but something's up with Rattler is he's falling back fast. I think he just had to lift there whenever Dylan Duvall came back. He lifted to prevent an accident there and just lost that momentum, and it cost him all those spots.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened. I was impressed, honestly, with how well he was staying up there. Our car is really not that great, to be honest with y'all today, and he was hanging pretty tough with it, so he's wheeling that thing out there right now.
Yeah, he's been doing such a great job, not just this week, but for 4 or 5 weeks we've seen David Rattler really doing fantastic. So up here at the front is definitely where he deserves to be. I imagine as this race goes on, he'll get back up there and give those guys a run for the money.
Yeah, our car is just, like I said, not where it needs to be, and even so, he is always really fast. Like, y'all may not see it as much in the races, but in practices, he's always one of the fastest cars. He's actually got a lot of speed. It's just he's not as necessarily aggressive as maybe me and Steven and some of the other people on the team. He has a little more of a passive driving style. which doesn't necessarily work out as well in these races.
Battle for the lead. Down on the inside, it's down on the inside, Cody Bias going to retake the lead from Adam Gilliland, boys. Sorry to jump in there.
Oh, you're
but
good.
Big action at the front.
Yeah, Adam's right back on him now. It's hard to pull away here, especially with the draft the way it is. You can't really get away. Adam should be able to, if he has a decent car, hang right there behind him.
And that's how he's done for the most part. There has been a couple times. After a while, Cody will pull away from Adam. Anyway, that's the way it has been. Adam may have been making some adjustments through the last 2 pit stops, but Cody's definitely got a fast car here today. But smart move for Adam. Teammates there and running 1-2. Adam's definitely got to be extra careful. You got your team boss right in front of you. You don't want to take him out if you can help it. Those guys pulling away from Mike Conti pretty good. You know, we've seen Mike Conti working through traffic. He's got a fast car, but these guys seem to be pulling away a little bit, at least a couple car lengths.
Yeah, that's impressive in and of itself, just to be able to pull away like that. Those top 3 men, their cars must be on a rail, because that is just really difficult to do here with the draft and the way the cars are driving. It's hard beyond belief, beyond anything you could imagine to pull away.
Well, I think the battle that Corey Vincent and Justin Bolton had there for 4 or 5 laps, I think that kind of contributed to it. It really slowed those guys up a little bit, and then everybody behind them because of their battle. So I think that helped contribute to them. Not to take away from their fast car, because those 3 guys are flying. Checking back on Dylan Duvall, who we've kind of been keeping an eye on. His car has been so fast here today. He seems to have fallen back to the 8th position, and that's where he's kind of leveled out there. And he's running about that same pace as those guys around him. So all that extra speed seems to have fallen off for Dylan Duvall for the moment. Right ahead of him, he's got Michael Luza, who has showed up on fire for the NASCAR iRacing series just a few races ago, and he's doing quite well here today, up in the 7th spot, and getting ready to put a move on Tyler Hill for that 6th spot.
Yeah, he's going to try to grab it, Kane. It's going to be fun to see if he can get that momentum needed to get it done. Here he comes. Just can't get it going. Benjamin Burmeister got a good battle going with Shane Doherty back there. Fun to see those 2 going at it still.
Oh, Atlanta Motor Speedway used to be one of the fastest tracks here in NASCAR. It's still one of the top 3, I think, as far as speed goes. Maybe number 4 on speed. Is that right, JD?
It's still up there. Well, some of them still call it the fastest as far as the way it feels to the drivers. Just because of the, it's the fastest 1.5 miles, that's for sure. They broke the speeds they usually hit here at Atlanta at Michigan a couple weeks ago. And I think Auto Club, they can get up there pretty good too.
Yeah, Michigan's we've seen speed up over 200 mile an hour. About 205, 206 mile an hour in Michigan a couple weeks ago.
I think they'll be close to running that here, honestly, this weekend.
They will.
It's the cars this year, they have a lot more downforce, so they'll be carrying even more speed through the corners.
Yeah, they may break the track record. Very, very well could this weekend. They'll be under the lights, of course, guys. Tons of grip, more downforce on these 2014 versions of the Gen 6 car. So I'm looking for them to see astronomically high speeds for Atlanta. It's really going to be fun to watch. I know the drivers are going to love it.
That's a good point you just brought up, JD. It's a night race. I'm surprised that this race is in the daytime. I'm not actually sure, though, that iRacing has the Atlanta Motor Speedway at night, so that might be why. Oh, okay, all right, that's why.
Yep, they actually don't, and it's okay because, guys, this will be our very last nighttime Atlanta race for years to come, if ever. The Labor Day weekend race has been in Atlanta since 2010. NASCAR announced yesterday that they will no longer race at Atlanta on Labor Day weekend. They are moving it to the Southern 500 at Darlington. So that will be your Labor Day weekend race, which that's what it was from the late 60s all the way up until it moved to Atlanta. But on the other hand, Atlanta will now be your second race of the year. They'll be going to Daytona, and then they'll be hitting up Atlanta March 1st for your second race of the 2015 season. It'll be a day race.
Wow, that's interesting. I always loved Phoenix being the second race of the year. But
Phoenix will be your third race.
JD always up on everything NASCAR. That's very cool.
Thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like the changes. Justin Bolton, very racy back here behind Corey Vincent. I could tell that he's wanting to make a pass. Corey's just driving just the right line that's preventing him from getting down low. But Justin Bolton really getting racy behind Corey Vincent. I look for him to start putting a move on him here over the next few laps.
Oh, wow. David Rattler.
Such a good race. Such a good race, though, boys. Boy, my voice is hanging by a thread. I'm going to have to get me something to drink.
Dylan Duvall actually got back by Ryan Luza. I'm not sure exactly how many laps ago, but I see now that he's ahead of him. I think maybe what happened whenever he was up there in traffic is the car acts a lot different whenever you're racing around cars as to, you know, when you're by yourself. And whenever he was by himself running laps, his car looked a little bit better. And then once he got in traffic, it seemed like he may have used it up a little bit on the right rear and made it get free. And I think that may have been why you saw him fall back. And now he's starting to come back forward is because he's cooled his right rear off and starting to move back forward again.
Very interesting there, Casey. It's a good point.
Yeah, it's not hard to heat up either one of the tires here, the right front or the right rear. Both of them, if you use them up or drive the car aggressively too long, it will hurt you badly.
Corey Vincent hitting the pit lane. Tyler Hill's getting a little sideways, spun around in pit lane. That's definitely going to cost him some important time.
Yeah, that hurts. That will hurt, boys. That's not what you want to do at this point in the race.
Yeah, Corey Vincent come in there and he got a little goofed up right in front of Tyler. Tyler hit the brakes a little too hard to keep from getting into him and locked the backs up, and it just spun him around.
You'll see that here with people that have too much rear brake bias in the car. I'm watching a lot of them right now come on pit road sideways. It's easy, and I don't understand why people do it. They have very low brake biases, and then you come onto pit road and you have to brake hard, and you can lock it up and spin out, and easy. It's not hard to do at all. It's just I'm not really understanding why they do that. Because mine, I have it set up to, you know, if it locks anything up, it'll lock the front tires up.
Well, a lot of times a little bit more rear brake can help turn the car if you're having a little trouble turning the car. Just a tap on that rear brake will bring the front end around and help out if you've got an ill-handling car.
That's true. It's very true. You don't really use as much brake here, though, to be honest with you. I wasn't honestly using any brake whenever I was running around here. It's you carry so much speed to the corners of the car, you can't really brake, because if you do, it'll almost slow it up too much, and it'll hurt the way the car drives to the center.
The banking here, I'm sorry, Casey, go ahead. I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the banking here at Atlanta is just enough to where these guys really don't have to hit the brakes unless they are really, really loose. they can just lift just before the entrance, and they should be able to just roll through the turns and get back on the accelerator pretty quickly here, quicker than you would think. And that's why it's so fast. It's just such a fast track.
Yeah, in 3 and 4, you get back in the gas. We lift at about the yellow sign on the wall entering the corner, and you're back in the gas not far past, I want to say, the Atlanta Motor Speedway turn 3 sign. You're back in it. You're not necessarily in it wide open, but you're back in the gas rolling into it. And it's close to the same thing through 1 and 2. It's just not quite as extreme through there.
Now, Casey, are you going to the real race this weekend?
Yes, I am. I will be there. I'll be there for both races. I'll be at the Nationwide and at the Cup race.
I will be there as well, my friend, and we'll have to get together, man.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, caution. Oh,
Caution.
David Rattler.
Caution is out, guys. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, looks like Dave Rattler's sideways down there. I'll bring up a race recall replay on David Rattler and see what we can find out.
Oh, Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill actually looks like he may have gotten in the wall, I think. Let's see.
Oh,
yeah. He came out of 4 and just hit the wall with the right side. And when you do that, it causes the car to just upset beyond anything you can really control. And you're really along for the ride after that. And then David got a little upset as well coming out of 4 and had nowhere to go and just slammed into him. Oh, man, that sucks for both of them.
Yeah, that was a really hard hit on Tyler Hill, too. He smacks the wall, and then David Rattler, as you saw, gets in, had nowhere to go. Oh, that is such a tough break. And
yeah.
Tyler immediately throws an apology out.
Yeah, that was worst case scenario there. Tyler got in the wall, and then David, honestly, he got a little bit out of shape coming out of the corner, and when you're out of shape, it's really hard to hang on to these cars. And there was nothing he could do. He was so busy trying to hang on and not crash that he ended up crashing, because he was just, I mean, there's honestly nothing you can do. You're just trying to make the car go straight, and it ended up causing him to go straight into Tyler Hill.
You know he feels bad. He in no way meant to do that.
Yeah, no, that was just a bad situation there. That was nobody's fault, really, outside of just, bad luck, bad timing, and worst case scenario.
You know what I wish would come to Atlanta Motor Speedway? I wish the IndyCar would come here. I know they never will because they're too dangerous to be at Atlanta. They just go too fast. But, man, it would be amazing.
They've actually been here before. I was actually at I think it was the last race that they ever had here, and they had an insane crash coming out of turn 4, and I believe that's why they don't come here anymore.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of cars get upside down and catch on fire, and it was just a mess. I don't know, like you said, I don't ever see them coming back here. It's just way too fast of a track for them. Even now, I think with the worn out pavement, I don't think it would slow them down very much.
Casey, if they were, or do you remember when that was the last time they were in Atlanta?
I had the tickets. I used to have the tickets, honestly, still from that back then, sitting on a counter in my house somewhere, and I honestly can't remember if they're still there or not. But I believe it was maybe in 96 or 95, something like that. Hang on, I can look it up real quick.
I did not realize they had come to Atlanta.
Yeah, they had, and I was actually at the race, and it was a heck of a thing to watch. But no, they crashed, and they crashed really hard, and it was probably not very safe. I want to say they've run there I think they ran there a few years before that, but then they had that one crash, and that was pretty much it. They never raced again there again.
Well, they raced Texas. And, it's a mile and a half. It's not the same as Atlanta, but it's still very fast. It's not far off Atlanta either.
Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay. It was a lot earlier than I thought. It was 2001, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just looked it up on YouTube. I was sitting right in front of where the crash happened, and apparently it was April 28, 2001.
Well, sounds like something I need to be watching.
Yeah, here I will shoot you a link of
Perfect.
the what happened on Speak real quick. There we go. I put it in the I think on the main channel.
And I'll be looking at that later as we got a race to finish here, boys. Lap 130 of 167, so we got about 37 more laps left. And pace car just shut the lights out, so we got one more time to go around and we'll be green. And appreciate you guys filling in so much tonight. Casey helping me because you obviously can tell the voice is gone.
Yeah, no, I wasn't really planning on talking that much, but I could tell your voice was ailing, and I've been there before after screaming all day at the racetrack. It's no fun not being able to talk, so I figured I'd maybe talk a little more and help you out and maybe take some of the load off of you, even if I wasn't doing quite as good a job as you do.
Let's run through the starting grid here as we're getting ready to come to another green flag stint here, I believe. We got Cody Bias on the pole, Corey Vincent in number 2 spot, Justin Bolton in 3rd, Dylan Duvall in 4th, Ryan Luza 5th, Shane Doherty in 6th, Brandon Bowie in 7th, Jordy Lopez Jr. in 8th, Greg McKinney will be starting in 9th, Timu Ivanen's made his way up into the 10th spot, gaining 13 places to get there. Mike Conti's going to start off in 11th, Adam Gilliland start off in 12th, Alan Bowes in 13th, Shane Miller 14th, Ryan Lowe 15th, and the pace car should be pulling off here any minute.
And there it goes. We're headed green, guys.
Green flag, green flag.
Corey Vincent with a good opportunity here if he can get up there with Cody. Oh, Justin Bolton does a beautiful job on the inside, restarting 3rd. He'll get on the inside of Corey Vincent there and should take 2nd, but as I say that, Corey Vincent with a good run, guys.
4 wide back behind with Dylan Duvall looking to take a couple spots there. Dylan Duvall and Ryan Luza coming through, passing a couple people to get up there a little bit. And, cars are looking a little loose here as they're really working hard to gain position.
Yeah, I'd be watching for caution right now. It's very very edgy when you have a lot of people racing hard because they know they have to get it now, otherwise you won't be able to get it very easily later. So they're trying to make a, I think it's, what is it, make hay while the sun shines or something like that.
That's it.
Mike Conti finds himself back in 8th place after such a great run earlier. So Mike Conti's got a lot of work cut out for him. He's just behind Adam Gilliland, who's also been running up front most of the race. So these two guys got a lot of work to get back to the front of this field. Adam Gilliland to the inside of Brandon Bowie, making it look easy. He and Conti's going to follow right behind. So if there's 2 cars that are up for the task tonight here, it's going to be Adam Gilliland and Mike Conti. These 2 guys they've got a lot of pace here at Atlanta.
Oh, big block by Duvall.
Yeah, all the way down to the bottom of the track, Duvall to maintain that 5th position. But Adam Gilliland, he knows he's faster. Brandon Bowie sideways right behind, right in front of Greg McKinney. It's really going to cause a jam up back there.
Woo! Brandon Bowie in the grass.
I can't believe that wasn't a wreck.
Not wreck.
Yeah, there was a couple cars there that I couldn't get clicked on the other cars fast enough, but there was a couple cars there that really done a great job missing that.
Actually, I take that back. That was a wreck. I just can't believe it wasn't a caution.
Yeah.
Adam Gilliland and Mike Conti did get around Dylan Duvall, so they're up in 5th and 6th now, looking to reel in Ryan Luza for the 4th position.
Yeah, boys, 4 cars up in this front. Cody Bias, Corey Vincent, Justin Bolton, and then Ryan Luza. These are all 4 cars that could easily win this race. And right now, we don't realize how fast this race is getting out from under us. We only have a handful, but we only have a couple handful of laps left. How about that?
Yeah, there's still a little ways to go, and there's enough time to have people's cars go away and come in between now and then if it goes to the end green flag. But I would be surprised if it did, to be honest with you. Just running these races and knowing how people get at the end of the races, everybody gets real desperate, and they'll make moves that they wouldn't otherwise make, and you see a lot more wrecks happen there at the end.
It's a very good point. Very good point.
It's looking like Adam Gilliland and Mike Conti are reeling in this top group of cars, and they're doing it quickly. So Adam Gilliland, Mike Conti kind of working together here to get a little draft push going to catch these guys up, and I think they're going to make it.
Man, that will add to the excitement, Kane. I think you're absolutely right.
But back in the second pack of cars, we got some big battles here as Alan Bose leads the pack. We've got Ryan Lowe and Jordy Lopez Jr. battling it out. We got Timu Evening back there battling with Thomas Davis. It's a lot of cars fighting for position back here.
How about give it up for Greg McKinney trying to hang in there. We saw how he's been battling with his setup all day long. He's doing okay right now. Just got past the 17 car. And now looking to head up and get past Timu Ivinen, a tough task at hand, but it could be something we see in the near future.
Yeah, this is almost perfect scenario for Greg. A little short run, well, not necessarily short, but shorter run to the end. So it's gonna put the run right around where his car will be good and not fall off.
Alan Bose.
Good.
No, go ahead. We were side by side for a minute there. Alan Bose tried to get around Ryan Lowe in the number 6 car. Good job by Ryan Lowe to shut it down. Here comes Timu Ivinen down on the inside. He's going to get Greg McKinney to roll with him. Also, Alan Bose comes down there, leaving Thomas Davis up there high and dry. What will happen? Timu Ivinen now side by side with the 13 car. And for the first time, the 13 car on the high side may get the battle won. As I say that, the simroom.com Chevrolet Timu Ivinen has maintained his speed in the bottom lane. He'll regain his spot, and he's looking ahead to Ryan Lowe.
Checking back up front with Adam Gilliland and Mike Conti. They're just a couple car lengths now off that lead pack. They are going to catch him, and when they do, we're going to see some great battles here for position. Timu now to the inside, Alan Bose. He's going to get the position. So great job by Timu on a roll here in the winding down laps of this race.
Yeah, his car's looking really solid. It's not easy to make passes on the bottom. The way this track is, it's very bumpy along the bottom. If your car is a little bit tighter, you can hang tough on the outside. But his car looks really solid on the bottom.
Timu, our Finnish driver in the series, he racing all the way from Finland, so I don't even know what time in the morning now it'd be. Probably something like 3 in the morning or something. I'm just guessing. I have no idea, but definitely a tough time for Timu to get up and race with us. It could also be midday there. I actually have no idea. I think I've asked him before, but I don't remember the answer.
I believe it's very early morning, but I could be wrong, and I know he actually has to wake up and go to work not long after he races. I've heard him, we've talked to him about it before, and it's really impressive that he gets and does this every night, or every week rather.
But boys, I about lost you. Everything went to freezing up on my screen. I wasn't aware of what was going on, and I got finally out of the simulator for a second to find out what was going on. And we about lost power. I was running on battery power and didn't realize it. I had 3% left.
Well, good catch then to get it plugged in time.
Woo, got it in the nick of time, so let's watch the race finale.
Yep, Adam Gilliland and Mike Conti has officially caught Ryan Luza now, so the battle is on here as Adam Gilliland's right on the bumper of Ryan Luza for that 4th spot.
Yeah, this is when it gets fun, guys. Lap 149 of 167. Might as well go ahead and say we're on lap 150. Time to move is now. Loving Ryan Michael Luza's paint out there in the Trifecta Motorsports Toyota Camry. Go ahead, tell us what's on your mind, buddy.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is shaping up to be a really good battle for the lead. I would call it such as a classic Atlanta is what it's known as. I guess in the sim racing world, anyway.
That's right.
Whenever you have very good battles, Atlanta for some reason always produces very good battles to the end of the race, and this is shaping up to be just like one of those.
And boy, just watched Michael Conti, both him and Adam Gilliland get around that Trifecta Motorsports machine of Ryan Michael Luza. So good job by both Michael Conti and Adam Gilliland there, boys.
Justin Bolton and Corey Vincent up ahead having a great battle for position. Justin Bolton to the inside just didn't get the move done as he is now moved up into that 2nd position.
All right, our number 5 car, Cody Bias, has some lap traffic. It is David Rattler. He should let the guys ride on by, but it's getting really close here in the front.
I imagine David Rattler is pretty nervous right now. Got these guys coming up around him at 200 mile an hour almost.
Yeah.
Man, Adam Gilliland and Michael Conti are really coming on strong. I'd be watching them to be up there battling for the lead not too long. Gilliland is really flying, and so is Conti as well.
Yeah, less than 15 laps to get it done. They're aware of it because they're definitely putting the pressure on hard as Adam Gilliland goes to the inside of Corey Vincent, gets around him with a quickness.
Yeah, I don't think Corey was going to battle him too much there. He can tell he's a lot faster, and he wouldn't want somebody to hold him up if he was in the opposite position. So,
yeah, they've seen these guys coming back. Maybe not. I don't know how much they can see on their F3 screen, but now that they've been here, they can see how fast these guys are. And these guys caught them from so far back. They know how much faster they are. Surely they're not going to hold them up with over 10 laps to go. Adam Gilliland now catching the rear end of Justin Bolton, who's had a fantastic race to get up into that 2nd spot. So it's going to get good here as Mike Conti's getting ready to start to work on Corey Vincent for position.
I believe, to be honest with you there, Kane, I think Conti's car is going away a little bit. It looks like he may have driven too hard and heated that right front up because he looks like he's pushing a little bit right now. Gilliland, though, his car is still moving just fine. It's rolling just like it was before.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about with Conti. He's definitely off the pace that he had when he was following Gilliland through the field, but now he seems like he's kind of stuck back there behind Corey Vincent. It took all he had to keep up with Gilliland, and he, like you say, he's wore that front right off, and I think he's just going to run back there and try to let the tires cool down a little bit, and then maybe he'll have something for the end. Cody Bias starting to pull away a little bit, and at least a car link between he and Justin Bolton. Adam Gilliland right there on the bumper of Justin Bolton. Will Adam get around Justin, and will he have enough to run down teammate Cody Bias and give him a battle for the lead?
Well, we're going to find out with 10 laps left, boys.
That's exactly right. It's turning out to be a hot race here with less than 10 to go now.
Yep, Cody's pulling away just a little bit, but I think that might be attributed to the fact that Adam getting a little tight behind Bolton. Whenever you get tucked right up under somebody, it takes a little air off of the nose of these cars, just as it does in real life, and it'll make the car get a little tighter than it would be otherwise. If he could maybe get around Bolt and get back out in front of him, it might free his car up enough to be able to make a charge at Cody Bias.
Cody Bias looks really good right now. He's just got to find
into the side of, inside of Dylan Duvall. Sorry, JD, but good pass here by Timu to get another position done, get him up into 8th. Still there, JD?
Oh yeah, I'm still here, buddy. Just watching, it's so much going on. Side by side, Michael Conti now making a move around Corey Vincent. Michael Conti will move into 4th.
Great job for Conti. That definitely is going to get him a little bit of clean air. I'll bet he'll get a little bit extra speed from that, and maybe he'll be able to run down those guys up ahead.
It's all going to come down to these last few laps, guys. Either the race or my voice is going to run out first, and it's going to be funny to see which one makes it. Adam Gilliland makes it around Justin Bolton to move into 2nd, so we'll keep an eye on this. They're going to have to work hard to get up there and catch Cody Bias. They can do it. Go ahead there, buddy.
I think you'll see Adam start maybe running a little bit better now. He might start closing that gap a little since he's finally gotten back in front of Bolton. He'll definitely pull away from Bolton, I'd imagine. And as well for Conti, I think his car was stuck behind Vincent there, and he should be able to move forward and maybe get Bolton here. It'll be interesting to see, but for sure Gilliland should be able to at least get close to Bias now.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to close that gap little by little, and he's got it. It's lap 164 starting right now, guys. So 4 laps left.
The other guy that's on fire, Timu Evening, is running down Benjamin Burmeister, who was quite a ways up from him whenever he made that last pass over Dylan Duvall. Now he's down to just a couple car lengths away from Benjamin Burmeister. We're going to see Timu putting the pressure here on Benjamin Burmeister for that 7th spot here before too long. We also got just behind Thomas Davis putting the move on Dylan Duvall. Contact's made. Dylan saves the car. What a great save by Dylan Duvall. But ultimately, Thomas Davis does get the pass done by giving him a little bump there.
Wow, close. Good racing all around the track. 165 of 167, boys. Cody Bias, can he hold on to win this race here at Atlanta? We're fixing to find out, because right now it's 166. The white flag will be out this time by. And Cody Bias, it is his race, but here comes Adam Gillen and Justin Bolton, followed by Michael Conti and Corey Vincent.
Yeah, I think that time that Adam Gilliland spent behind Bias may have just cost him the race.
That may have done it, but here it is. White flag is out, guys. It is the final lap, 167, as the 5 car of Cody Bias comes through turns 1 and 2 with over a half a second lead over Adam Gilliland and Justin Bolton. Going down the backstretch here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, all he's got to do is hope the thing don't run out of fuel, boys. Through 3 and 4, let's go ahead and celebrate for Cody Bias taking Atlanta. Good win by the 5 car. Well done. Adam Gilliland going to come across in 2nd. Good race for him. Justin Bolton will take 3rd. Of course, Michael Conti 4th. And Corey Vincent 5th. Ryan Michael Luza did come across 6th. Benjamin Burmeister 7th. Timu Ibn in 8th. 9th, Thomas Davis and Dylan Duvall rounds out our top 10. Y'all might have to take it from here.
Yeah, great job to Cody Bias. Comes in here, only raced with these guys a few times here in the NASCAR iRacing series, but come in. Cody Bias Racing 1-2 finish. Great job.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Solid.
Teammates celebrating as EJ O'Rourke comes up to congratulate Cody Bias. Sorry. Burnout time for Cody Bias. He deserves it.
Yeah, he dominated this race. If anybody was going to win it, it was going to be him. And he just went out there and ran his race, never let anybody else put pressure on him, and did his thing and won.
The Elwood design Chevy put his car where it needed to be to get the race done. He wins Atlanta. A great way to represent before we head on to the final week of the NASCAR iRacing Series Open Series season. That's a mouthful, boys.
Yeah, it's been a season full for sure.
Woo! I have no voice left. Absolutely none.
I'm impressed you made it this far. I mean, you did pretty good for not having a voice for most of the race.
Yeah, fantastic job to Cody Bias Racing. 1-2 finish. Can't ask for anything better than that on the semifinal race of the NASCAR iRacing Series. Got one race left to go next week. It's coming down to the wire. Not really. Patrick Crabtree's got a significant lead, and but as far as the guys getting into the top 20, that is coming down to the wire. I'll go ahead and bring up the race to pro here up on screen. We do got Patrick Crabtree. He's got a very significant lead over second place Justin Bolton, who is not part of the run to pro. So Casey Tucker is in second place for the road to pro. Steve Evany is in third. Jordy Lopez Jr., Tyler Hill, Corey Vincent, Ryan Lowe, David Rattler, Charlie Foster, Thomas Davis, Brandon Coppinger, and those guys are probably, I would say, are pretty secure in their position there. But
there you go.
With only one pro driver in the top 20, that believes that 21st driver being the one that's right there on the fence, that is Kyle McCormick. And Nicholas Morse, Shane Miller, and 19th. These guys are right on the fence. And there is some great drivers a little bit beyond what my screen shows here, that are some great drivers that are going to be racing that last race really hard to try to get into that pro series. So it's definitely going to be a great one to watch, guys.
Oh, it should be fantastic. Richmond racing perfection, short track at its best, intermediate, whatever you want to call it. Richmond is Richmond, and a great place to have our season finish. What you think about it there, Corey? Listen to me, Corey. Goodness gracious alive.
I've been called
Casey.
It's all right. Yeah, Richmond for sure should be an interesting race. Lots of tempers will probably be going off in that one for sure, with it being the last race of the season and all. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know what to tell you to watch out for, because anything could happen. It's pretty gonna be a pretty crazy race. I just hope to finish it in one piece and hopefully get a good solid top 5. That's what I'm looking for there. I'm not honestly expecting too much beyond that for me, but it's not one of my best tracks, so that's probably why.
It's going to be a blast to watch, just everybody coming down to that final race. It has truly been a pleasure to watch. Cannot wait for it. Going to have to doctor up the voice so I can be in full effect and rock it out. That is going to be one heck of a race. Really, really proud of what happened out on the track today. Cody Bias, congratulations on the awesome victory. Just great cars all the way around the track. A lot of passes. And, boys, I hate to say it, but I don't know if I can talk anymore. Might be all she wrote for JD.
That is something that I thought I would never hear.
Yeah, just for now. It's, oof. It is tough to get out.
All right, guys, let's run through the results here, as we had a fantastic race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, Cody Bias won the race. Teammate Adam Gilliland finished out in second. Justin Bolton came across in third. Mike Conti with a great race, getting him up into fourth. Corey Vincent with another great finish up in the fifth place. Ryan Luza back in sixth. Benjamin Burmeister finished in seventh. Timu Evening in eighth. Thomas Davis came across in ninth, and Dylan Duvall finished back in 10th. Dylan had a great car there about midway through the race, but it just seemed to kind of slow up there about the midway point, and it just didn't have enough. In 11th, Ryan Lowe with Alan Bowes coming across in 12th. Brandon Coppinger in 13th. E.J. Rourke in 14th. Jordy Lopez Jr. finished in 15th with Greg McKinney in 16th. Brandon Bowie rolled across in 17th with Shane Miller in 18th. Shane Doherty in 19th, and David Rattler in 20th after a pretty bad incident there with about 20 to go or so. I guess there's a little bit more than that, maybe 30 to go, but big incident there. Jordan Worth in 21st. Nathan Wise 22nd. Jacob Harbert's come across in 23rd. Michael Fisher in 24th. Tyler Hill in 25th. Nicholas Sadowski in 26th. Patrick Crabtree 27th. Brandon Chaburko in 28th. And Casey Tucker finished in 29th.
Ugh. I don't like that. that hurts to listen to, honestly.
Hey, well, you've had a great season, Casey, and oh man, I tell you what, you can't get upset. The engine blew. It's just part of racing, buddy. It happens, and you have just had a phenomenal season. I tell you what, we do have some drivers that want to come in for a quick interview. I'm going to try to talk to them, but if they may be scared away, so let's talk to Ryan Lowe.
Or loser.
Ryan, welcome to the Get 30 MX post-race show, buddy. How are you?
I'm great.
Good, buddy. Tell us a little bit about the race out there in Atlanta today.
Well, I think I was turning more than about 180 degrees in the corners and just avoiding wrecks, and that's about it.
Yeah, it didn't seem like we had a lot of wrecks out there. There was a couple of incidences, but for the most part, pretty good racing for as many passes as we had out on the track. Tons of passing out there.
Yeah, well, I didn't really see much. I kind of fell from like 8th to 21st in the first run, so yeah, I mean, it was a nice view.
Sounds good, buddy. We go up and finish our season at Richmond next week. Tell us a little bit about what you have planned for the final week.
Finish the race and was setup wise, hopefully to just keep the wheel straight in the middle of the corner. I need that car loose because last time we were there, I rode around 25th, about the same as I was here, just cranking it. So hopefully a loose car next week and a finish, just a finish.
A finish would be nice, Ryan. I tell you what, I've enjoyed watching you all season long. I can't wait for the final week at Richmond, buddy. Thanks for coming and having a chat. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Fast Track Sims for sponsoring, and One and Done, the new team I'm on. So we'll just keep working at it. We need a little more work with this.
Sounds fantastic, buddy. You just keep up the good work, and we look forward to talking with you next week.
Yeah, thanks, and hopefully your voice is a lot better. I just started hearing that, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it is butchered right now, getting over a little sickness that I had, but it sounds a lot worse than it is. It's just a lot of talking today.
Yeah, you need your screaming voice back for Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of action there, I bet.
Oh, I'll have it back for sure, buddy. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ryan.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of screaming that this race was worth a lot of screaming. Just didn't have the voice for it. We had a lot of great racing here tonight.
All right, absolutely, buddy. Anybody want to talk to EJ? Because I think that I'm running out of voice here. EJ, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How's it going, buddy?
It's doing good, man. Everything's good.
That's wonderful to hear. Tell us a little bit about your race tonight at Atlanta. Kind of what happened out there. Fill us in, buddy.
All right, well, first of all, I just want to congratulate my teammate Cody Bias for a great run. Also Adam Gilland and Justin Bolton, also my teammates. Basically, the driver behind the 24 wasn't that good tonight. I was running the same setup as the top 3, so obviously it lacks in driver department. But learned a lot in the beginning. It took about 100 laps to figure out how to drive this setup. But I sped on pit road and went like 3 laps down. But I got a couple wave rounds and got lucky with the caution and got the lucky dog and started the tail end there on the last restart and drove up to 14th. So I guess that's pretty decent for being the 24 car. But pretty happy with that. But happy for my teammate Cody Bias and them guys up front.
Yeah, they had a great race tonight. Next week we go to Richmond. What are you thinking about Richmond?
Richmond is definitely one of my most favorite tracks. I won the pole last year there for the NIS fixed race over Matt Busa. So hopefully I can grab another pole there next week. Hopefully I can race because I got class next week. But we'll see what time I get let out. But hopefully I can race because I love that track.
Awesome. Well, great job tonight. Anybody you want to thank before we get out of here?
First of all, Cody Bias Racing for building, once again, a great setup, and all them guys over there. Nick Del Campo for painting me this awesome car, this Gary Mercer Trucking International Chevy SS. So thanks to them guys for supporting me.
Yeah, it looked good out there at the end of the race. We saw you go up by your teammate there and for the burnout. That was pretty good to see. I know you're proud of him. He raced a heck of a race out there.
He did really well. He's coming off a 4th place finish last night in the NASCAR iRacing Peak Entry Series. So, to come off 4th place there and a win here tonight in the biggest strength of field in iRacing history is pretty cool.
That is awesome. You heard it right here, folks. Good stuff. Thanks a lot, EJ, and best of luck to you at Richmond, buddy.
Also, thanks to you guys for broadcasting every Wednesday. I love going back and watching these things, so I appreciate you guys for doing that every week.
No problem, buddy. We'll continue to do so.
Thank you.
That is EJ O'Rourke, everybody. Fantastic job from him tonight. And thanks, Kane, for stepping in there, buddy. I enjoyed tonight's race. I really enjoyed it, guys. It was a fantastic run. Like I said, wish that I had the ability to yell a little more. But just knowing my heart was yelling, and boy, it was a fantastic run tonight.
Yeah, the race was a little subdued tonight compared to what it would have been if we were healthy. JD and I both not feeling too well tonight. We're on the mends, though. Next week should be fantastic, but the racing here was fantastic tonight, and it definitely deserved a little bit more color commentary, I guess, a little bit more yelling and screaming, but there was a couple times there where if I would have been healthy, I would have been screaming. Timu had a couple of great passes. Adam Gill and Mike Conti coming through the field. It was exciting. So great job to all these guys that had such a great race tonight.
Absolutely, and thanks a lot to Casey Tucker for stepping in the box after a blown engine early in the race, buddy. We appreciate the help. And definitely looking forward to watching all of you guys next week at Richmond. Kane, thanks. I've enjoyed it, guys. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. If anybody wants anything else they want to say.
I'd just like to say, like you said, thanks for letting me come in here. That was a lot of fun, being wrecked out, not necessarily as much fun, but getting to come in here and call it with y'all, and, I've never really done any broadcast or anything before, so it was something different for sure. But hopefully I don't have to do too many more of these. So hopefully I'll be finishing the races from now on. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank y'all, and thank y'all again for broadcasting. It's a lot of fun, like they said, to go back and watch. Not much for me to watch this week, but it's still fun to go back and watch the race. It's a lot of fun, and appreciate it a lot for y'all.
Yeah, it really was a race for the spectators tonight. It was an awesome race, a fun race to watch because of all the passing. It just was one you're going to want to watch over and over again and again. But guys, I'm going to go nurse this voice back to health so I can be on top of my game next weekend at Richmond. And thank you very much for putting up with me tonight. We'll be back next week as we come to you live on our final week. You're not going to want to miss it as we close out our season at Richmond. Y'all have a great night, guys.